After years of scrap projects with different studios, which honestly can become their own videos at some point, Columbia Pictures were in charge of making the first live-action Spider-Man movie. Many directors were considered for this project, like Roland Emmerich, Chris Columbus, and Ang Lee, but it was ultimately Sam Raimi who would direct the project. And so, Spider-Man 2002 came out on May 3rd of 2002 and became the highest-grossing superhero movie at the time, which arguably kickstarted off the superhero movie boom of the 2010s that Blade and X-Men planted the seeds for. While Spider-Man 2002 and the rest of the Sam Raimi directed films are still beloved to this day by many, there's some people out there who dismiss these films as cheesy schlock that hasn't aged well, and I have to respectfully disagree with them, because there's reasons why people still love this film. For example, Spider-Man was not afraid to embrace its all-ages comic book roots in the form of colorful suits for both Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. While this isn't my favorite live-action Spidey suit, it's still a really good suit, especially for the time. I absolutely love the Green Goblin suit they use in this movie, as it's still menacing and screams Green Goblin, but has its own style distinct to this film. He also looks straight out of Sentai or Kamen Rider, which helps me like him more. While there is CGI used in the fight scenes, they're often used to enhance an already filmed fight instead of just being the fight. As for the story, there's a lot of great drama, with Peter and MJ trying to figure out what they want to do after high school, and Peter learning the great power and responsibility that comes with Spider-Man, but that's not all this franchise is. The Spider-Man series balances legit character pathos, but throws its characters into ridiculous plots with cheesy yet charming dialogue, and the 2002 movie captures that tone perfectly. People die in this movie, yes, and there's some legitimately fantastic drama of the characters, but then Norman Osborn talks to his Green Goblin mask. Spider-Man saves Mary Jane's lunch in an over-the-top way, and there goes Norman again, cutting to Thanksgiving turkey like a classy caveman. The balance between goofy fun and dramatic pathos may be huge whiplash to some, but for me, I find they come at the right time to make each scene feel more impactful and makes the movie a more enjoyable watching experience with its tone balancing. And that's why I think Spider-Man 2002 is still loved to this day. It wasn't afraid to keep the colors, aesthetics, and goofiness the franchise was known for, wearing those elements proudly in fact, while still giving some extra punch to the drama and action. Some may scoff at the love for this movie being solely based on nostalgia, but I recently rewatched the movie after more than 10 years since my last viewing, and I still loved it a lot. It defined who Spider-Man was for an entire generation of fans, and without this film, I'm sure we wouldn't be experiencing the superhero saturation of today's pop culture, for better or worse. But hey, we still have the fantastic memes spawned from this and the other Raimi films.
He was a thief! A criminal! He stole that guy's pizza! Pizza man is an embassy, pizza man is an embassy, pizza, fire!